Now the next step is to cut the pop-up out of decent card, ink it up and assemble it. Okay, the next stage, I'm just inking these pop-up pieces. I've done the first side of that one, just do a little bit more on there. It's darker in the middle where it's going to be the deep down part. I might put some of the chipped sapphire in the middle, see how dark it comes out. Let's do a bit on the other side. This is the larger, the outer part of the pop-up. So I'll just put a bit of chipped sapphire on there in the middle, I think. This is quite a strong colour, this one. Right, that's the large one, and that's the small one. And a bit of the chipped sapphire as before. Okay, using this template with the slits in it, I've transferred those slits onto here. You can see that. That's where I have to put the pop-up bits in, and while I've been doing that, I've been heating up my hot glue gun. Because when I did the mock-up before, I used different glue and it wasn't good enough, so I thought I'd use the hot glue for this. And I've also turned up these little tabs ready to assemble and attach the pop-up. So this is the tab that fits around like that, and it has to go to the outside so that it doesn't show. So that means it's got to be glued on the inside there, so let's do that now. I think these glue guns are very, very good because you get a strong bond and it dries instantly. So very good for flowers or any 3D sort of work, really. So now it has to be assembled, I think. Doesn't really matter which one I do first, perhaps that one is easier. I'm not very good at thinking ahead with these sort of things. I tend to do what I think is best and then realise that I've got it wrong and it has to be undone. You really have to think ahead with this sort of project. going in very well. There we go. Put some hot glue on there, fold the tabs down, and they should be stuck. Right, that pops up quite nicely, I think. Right, make a big splash. Right. Now, when you fell in the river, he lost his welly. That's a bit of glue there, so I've got to put the welly in. And I've cut a slit for that to go through, which is there. Let's make sure that's clear of glue. There's the welly. And it's got a little acetate strip on it so that it's going to, like that. Okay, lost my instructions for a moment. I'd thrown them out, so that's a good start, isn't it? I needed to know which way round to put this welly in. And that just has to be glued along there, that little bit of acetate. Be careful with this because it's hot, it might melt it. It is melting it, oh dear. Yeah, I think that will work. On your birthday, make a big splash. Yes, I think he'll enjoy that. Okay, I've worked on the inside now and I've put the back piece on, and the pop-up now works in the middle. It is quite big, and I didn't have a piece of cord that was big enough, so I've had to just join on a piece, and then I cut the edge with my decal scissors, which makes it look quite nice, I think. And I'm going to just put a little bit of ink around here just so that it ties in. Faded jeans again. I don't want anything too strong. I made this up as I went along, a lot of it, and ended up making some mistakes, which meant that it ended up bigger than I wanted. I'll get through a lot more card. But I think it's impossible to plan something like this from start to finish without actually doing it. No, that's fine, I think. That side. Okay, I'm going to ink this side now. There, I think that will do. Now, because there's so much on the front, you can see how thick the front is there. The back is only one flimsy piece of card, and it does stand up, but it's not wonderful. So what I'm going to do is stick a back piece on, which I'm going to print a message on for my husband. Right, I've finished it. I've done the back, which I've put the sentiment on, the greeting for his birthday, and the final touch, which is still wet, is that I have put some stickles on there. I don't know whether you can see that, it catches the light. It's hard to see really. But I can't close it now until those stickles dry. So that is finished. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this project as much as I have. It's been a bit of a struggle. It's had its ups and downs with the mistakes I've made and so on, but in the end I'm quite pleased with the result. So here we are, we're finished. I think I can make it go up and down. I can't really see what I'm doing, but it's a bit hard to make it go up and down. There we are. That's the front mechanical part. On your birthday, make a big splash. That's in the middle, I can't see. And the welly. So I think he'll enjoy his birthday card. Thanks very much for watching. See you again soon.